April Holly Smith. And I am excited that you are here and that I'm here. Look, I commented. um, let's refresh this. So today I want to go ahead and talk about. I got 2 thumbs up. Yay! I want to go ahead and talk about the things that I want to buy after No Spend January because it's over, which means buying has commenced. Hi, Gigi! Hi! Oh, I'm excited that you're here. So, of course, literally, like, the moment No Spend January was there. Yay! Flavina made it! Hi! Did I say your name right? I always worry about that because when you read stuff, it's not always the same. But hi, Sarah Lewis. Hi, Meredith. Yay! Oh, good. Yay. So, in fact, there was even some pressure to purchase things before the end of No Spend in January. My mom was like running out of vacuum bags, like for the bags she put in the vacuum, not like food saver ones. I actually waved back at you. Isn't that fun? So, she really needed me to do an Amazon order. Oh, I got my coffee too. If you guys are drinking the coffee, welcome. So I did place an order that had things for her and things for me. And of course, I am ready to show you what I got. I've also done a little bit of Goodwill shopping. Oh my gosh, I love that purse so much. I can't even explain to you how much I love that purse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through my Amazon purchase, show you I got, how much it was, maybe talk a little bit about why I got it, and then we'll probably just do Q&A for the last half where we just do some fun chatting. So, first things first. I have been watching Keto Connect for a while. They've been doing all of these wonderful fat bombs, and I'm like, want to make some fat bombs, and I have no mold the size of what they're doing. So, they had a link to the mold that they use, and there was 2 options in that. There is the Reese cup, the low flat round one, and then there is like the mini Reese's, like that you get at I tend to think of them as a Christmassy thing because they're like taller and skinnier. Does your mom follow the no spend lifestyle too? Meredith asks. She does not. She's not as hardcore into this as I am, but she's just not in that place in her life either. So it's just she's just in a different season of that. Well, it was a good question, Meredith. It was a good question because you don't know unless you ask, huh? But there's like I guess like the snack size or the small ones, and they're taller, but they're still ridged around the edge. They're not as shallow. So I got that size. In fact, you know what? Let's just open that because I feel like it'll just be better and easier to show you. You see what I'm talking about? I mean, I'm sure you can tell. So this has 30 cavities. They're going to be small and snack size, ooh, it looks so good on camera. Anyway, so I'm pretty excited to try this out. In my groceries, they're like, they would be like little tiny ones though. They're like little itty bitty ones. They really, like I say, they're like the little tiny Reese cups. Yeah. So, yay! Penelope Jackson made it. Woo! So I'm excited to make some fat bombs with these, and the cost of this item was $9.50, which I don't think is cheap, but I do know this is a quality thing, so it wasn't expensive either. So, okay, so that was the first thing that I got because I am also at the point where I've done keto so long, I feel like I need to start to broaden my horizons with the keto options. So the next thing plays right into that as well. Something that I've been kind of not getting, I want to get. Everybody else seems to have it, and I've just been kind of like, nah. I'm gonna wait, is, I'm gonna take this out of the package too. Um, Liquid stevia. And this guy was kind of expensive, but I thought, well, when you use this, they're using drops at a time. They're not using tablespoons or half tablespoons or teaspoons or quarter teaspoons. It's like drops. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna spring for it and see if I like it. If I don't like it, I won't buy it again. If I like it, then I'll know and I can start to look for um, cheaper options, I guess, or more affordable. This was $17.89, which is, like I said, I feel like is super expensive. So that's like pricey for me. Um, and again, that's for my keto thing. Yeah, like it was expensive, right? Yeah. But it's kind of expensive no matter what. That wasn't like more expensive than anything else because it was, hey, Cindy. Cindy's not out shopping watching. She's in her kitchen today, which is good time. So, the next thing that I got, the next three things I got, these are all planner related, and I can tell you that since I went to Michael's like right after Christmas and got some like stuff on sale, I have just been chomping at the bit to go back and look at the clearance section, and I've been using some of the things I purchased. So the things that I want are I like more specific. So I ordered planner stencils, and these are a little bit larger than maybe that I would use, but there is 24 pages, and these are super flimsy, by the way. These are not. Oh wow, Meredith. Meredith says that you're very lucky to still have her. I lost my parents in the same week. My mom lost her parents a couple years apart, which was really fast. So, um, but anyway, these are not as good a quality as something that you would get from, say, Porter Pieces on Etsy from Connie Porter, but they have a lot of choice and they're very pretty. Oh, that's better. So this cost $8.39. So I'm not sad that I mean, it's a good price, and there's some repeats on some things. Yay, Cassie Tate, welcome to a live stream. So I spent $8 on these, and like I said, there's just tons and tons and tons. These are really meant for like a bullet journal type size, so they're really a bit bigger than what I want for my planner, but I feel like these are usable, and for the price, if I even, oh, there's people behind me. Hi, Just Us Handbricks, welcome. Even if I use half of these for the price that I paid, it's a great, great price. Oh, I think they were just checking to see what was going on here. So again, $8.39 for all of it, all of this goodness. So also, if you watch my channel, you know that I have two glittery pens that my mom like found and gave to me because she wasn't using, a green one and a red one, and it just brightens my life to use them. So I had planned on going to like Staples or um, like Office Max and looking for like a full pack of those, and I had thought, oh, I'm gonna budget like $20 for it because it's like they're expensive. They're like $16, $17, $18 for like an 8-pack of nice pens. And I was like, I don't care. I just want them. So one day while I was on Amazon, kind of adding stuff to my list as I was like doing things, I came across, I'm going to take this off here. This comes off. Look at this. Look at how many. There's 36 in here. It's got metallic-y ones, which you probably, oh, you can see the sparkle there. I've got neon ones, which like this, and it does write absolutely neon. I've got pastel, neon. Penelope Jackson says, April, I love it when your mom munches on the snacks while you're filming because we're hungry. It is a lot of pens. There's metallic, neon, pastel, and regular. So it's 10 metallic, 10 glitter, 6 pastel, 6 neon, and 4 normal. So, and also it comes in this like standy thing, which is great. And then it has this case that goes over it. Oh, it's static and everything just stuck to it. So like, it's really secure. I really like that so that I can store it. And I just like that they're upright. And and the kicker on this, these were $9.99. It was $10 for this. I'm like super excited about them. And for the most part, if you look, I mean, they're pretty full. There's one in here that is not nearly as full as the others. It's this, I think it's like a red orange neon. It's not very full, but it's the only one that's like that. Like, all these other ones are quite full. So I don't even feel like they are a, yes. Greetings from South Australia, Lee. Okay, I gotta talk to Lee before the end because I got questions for you. Chris and I were talking about you last night, so like in a good way. So hi, Kate. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, these are like making me so happy to get. So like I said, I spent $10 on pens, and I feel like those were a really good value. They write nice, and I can show you. Can you see? I have, these are my green sparkly pen that I was writing stuff, and then down here, look, I was testing out the pens, and so you can see like the neon is neon, and this is like a so neon you can't read it, but this is black sparkle. Like, I know I'm so like dorky. It will last forever, Meredith. I agree with you. This is gonna last forever. Hey, folding laundry, I love. Are you folding towels, Kate? My favorite. Hi, Cheap Chirpin. Just as a reminder, Cheap Chirpin has a channel, and she is still looking for subscribers, so heads up on that. So anyway, I just thought that that would be fun for you to kind of see the purple and the black. I don't know if you can see it, but they have a decent amount of sparkle. They have just as much as that green. Hi, Lisa. Welcome from East Tennessee. So anyways, I was very excited about those. And then the last planner thing that I got is I've been getting some washi tape from the Dollar Tree, and I got some from Michael's, and I did not understand, but the washi tape that I'm getting is kind of a standard size, and it's too fat for my Brit & Company planner. So I was like, well, maybe I should look for some skinny stuff, right? Okay, skinny, like, that's a thing. I've seen those. We got some skinny stuff from the Dollar Tree, and it is skinnier than the stuff that I had, so it's better, but it really wasn't skinny enough. And I was like, well, I'm on Amazon. I'll just kind of look around and see what I can find. So I found this 48 skinny washies for $7.38. I'm going to see if I can hold up so that you can get a good look at them. They are really fantastic, and there's literally 48 of them. I'm in the UK and have a teething 1-year-old, so I always miss these. Well, Cassie, I can appreciate that situation. I can really appreciate that because I have just come out of kind of that stage with my kids. But none of these are holiday. I did purchase purposefully ones that are not holiday. I want you to kind of see more. But there's a lot of color choice in this. And like I said, all of these were $7.38. I've already started to use them, and I'm going to show you how I'm using them and why I want the skinny. This is what I'm using it for. Now, this one right here came from my actual after Christmas haul, but do you see how pretty it is? And I have it doing the lines, and it's skinny, so it doesn't take up like any extra room. Oh yeah, are you enjoying? See, like, it's making me so happy. Penelope Jackson says this is just right up your alley. So, and then like I did like the next page, and this is like a foil heart. And I mean, I kind of did everything the same. I'll take you over to the next one that is like the most interesting. St. Patrick's Day. It's the same pattern, only it's a different color, and it's the only two that are that way. But yeah, I did like all kinds of different ones on this one. Anyway, so I'm really enjoying them. They look so skinny when you look at them. Like, I looked at them, I was like, oh my god, they're so skinny. Like, I mean, they are like so skinny. but it's exactly what I needed. They're like 3 millimeters, I think, or 5. They're very, very small. So that was pretty excuse. Oh, hey, thanks, Cheap Chirpin. She says, I love your planner. I enjoy my planner too. Considering I paid $2.25 for it, it's really working for me. And then last but not least, I was gonna buy this on Amazon, and I kind of did some looking around. One of my subscribe, yeah, I love the washi too. It's like making me like super happy. Um, I was looking around on Amazon for some glass containers. I have a microwave. I actually own one, but it's unplugged and it sits on top of my buffet, and I have not used it in years. In fact, I'm at the point where I'm going to like, the thing that's stopping me from getting rid of it is the fact that I have to clean off the top of the buffet. It's a problem area. So, but I keep telling myself, listen, if you would just clean, if you would move that microwave, like everything that's on the buffet could stay there and there would be a lot more room for it. Because I just do not use it. I have not used it in years. I just don't. I wanted some glass containers. Penelope says, I'm still on a no spend trail, just sales deals and coupons only now. I love the washi. I buy a lot from Al- AliExpress and Wish, super cheap. Now I've heard of Wish. The shipping a problem for you, Cassie, with Wish? Because that's one thing that the Taylor just did a makeup haul, and she's like, the shipping, gotta ship it no matter how many things you buy and from how many sellers, like even if they're all from the same seller. But AliExpress, is that like Alibaba? Because I've heard good things about them. They're like the Amazon of the East. So, oh yeah, and then Cindy says, it sounds like she has a plan for the week. I have a corner cabinet and the utensil drawer to clean still. So I wanted some glass dishes, and the reason is I heat everything up in the oven, so like all of my Rubbermaid and Tupperware, not so great for that. But I wanted something that I could meal prep in, even if it's just because I'm cooking and reheating in the oven. Yeah, shipping is a killer on that. Oh, but there's mostly free shipping on AliExpress. I'm gonna check that out because I don't mind checking that out. And I want to, for my keto meals especially, I want to start meal prepping more. I don't know about you, but I love to see people meal prepping their lunches. Marriage and Motherhood, she does like a once a week a Sunday setup where she cleans, and she has her 5 containers out. They're so pretty for her lunches, and I'm like, I want to do that even though I stay home. It would be really great to have everything like meal size set out, because for me, I eat differently than everyone in my family. So I was looking on Amazon, and they had like 5 oblong glass dishes, and they were like $22. And I was like, I think I'm going to get that. And then I was like, I want something with lids so that if it's done cooking, I can put it in the fridge with a lid, and then they're stackable. Saw some Anchor glass items on the clearance shelves at the Dollar General. Ooh, that's a good. Gonna make me sorry I made this purchase, aren't you? Then I saw or I hate the shipping on the Wish website. They put their price down low, but they make it up on their shipping costs. And I know everything takes like forever to ship too. But I'm thinking I might have a look at that. So, uh, one of my subscribers was like, hey, have you seen this at Sam's? And what she sent me was a link to this. It was 24 pieces. Now, it's really 12 glass dishes and 12 lids. Ooh, do you love that blue? Yes, ma'am. The clearance for 50% off sales starts on the 10th or 11th. Is that for the Dollar Tree, Penelope? Or is that for Wish? We need to mark that on our calendars. For real. Like, it needs to go in the planner. But they are like kind of like an assorted set. There's 12 containers at Dollar General. Thank you, Penelope Jackson. I'm gonna write that down. Maybe you should just repeat it in the comments for anyone that did not get that, and then I can read it out loud too. But there's like one big one of this, and there's like a rectangular one, and there's a whole bunch of other smaller containers. And like this, I can put a meal in. I can put a pork chop in and some vegetables or something. Thank you, Penelope. I appreciate that. And then I can put a raw pork chop and raw vegetables in like 2 days ahead of time. Just get this, let it sit on the counter for like 10 minutes. Actually, I just put it in a cold oven and let everything heat up together. Put it in the oven, cook it right in there. Yes, Cindy says, nice. Thanks for the tip, Penelope. You know what? That's another thing that I want to say is that my subscribers do such a good job with the great tips. So, oh, and Lee says, I'm meal prepping for my hubby for this week. Our 18-year-old son bought tickets to Paramore's concert in Melbourne. It's an 11-hour drive. Hubby didn't want to go, so she's got 12 freezer meals. Getting the coupons ready, Penelope says, and that dish looks big enough for an egg. You know what? I feel like you could do like a nice personal, like, you probably get 4 real big servings out of this. Like maybe like a 6 egg, like a half a one. I think you're right. So anyway, I'm very excited. I got 2 of these. It was $24 for the box of, it's 12 containers and 12 lids. It's 24, but it's 12 and 12. It was $24. The 5 containers on Amazon were $22. So it would, because you can see through it. It's so pretty. I got dish spots on mine and just literally washed it and grabbed it. So I'm very excited about these. And so in the next, I don't know, week or so, in fact, I'm thinking even this afternoon, I'm going to be meal prepping on the vlog channel. So it'll take a couple days for you to see it, but I will be meal prepping with this. So I'm very excited to do that. So that, then of course, if you are shameless promotion here, if you're subscribed to my vlog channel, I did a live stream about how great this purse was and how much it cost and the 2 wallets that I got with it. um I can't even explain how good the deal is. If you want to know, I have a quick 10-minute live video with my mom. She was there too. I scored. That's a Dana Buckman purse, by the way. Hey, Wendy! Yeah! I still love the red one too. The red one is going to be my purse through the rest of the winter. This is going to be my summer bag. So I'm just really into it. But yeah, anyway, so those are my big purchases that I made for after no spend January. So I am probably ready to just have a chat time at this point. I know it's only been 22 minutes, but you know what? Sometimes that's just what I had. So the Dollar General, in case you did not hear, Penelope Jackson gave us a hot viewer tip, and there is clearance days on the 10th and 11th of is February. Is that right, Penelope? And it looks like there's going to be 50% off clearance deals. I highly advise checking the website and writing it down in your planner so that you don't forget. And then you can also add like a little budget item for it, because yes. So something else that this also brings to mind, if you're going to be adding a budget item for that, something else that you're probably going to want to budget for is the best, most exciting holiday that happens in February. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? It's 50% off chocolate day, February 15th. Ah, yes, that's right, February 15th. Flavina knows. It is 50% off chocolate day. My personal favorite is to go to Walgreens and raid the stash. Last year we got a super awesome. Did you not know about 50% off chocolate day, Penelope? Well, let's trade. You gave me the hot tip on Dollar General, and I'm giving you the hot tip on 50% off chocolate day. So, literally everything gets marked off, like half off, because it's the holidays over. So, if it's pink or purple and heart shaped, it's on sale. It is Star Wars last year. Oh, chocolate day in Australia too, Lee. Yay. I got the heart. It was furry and it had Sasquatch on it. Have you tried Pods creamers? I started using them in my coffee, and they are great. I think they might work for keto. 0 carbon, 1 fat. Ooh, I have not. I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't usually do a ton of additives other than like MCT oil and butter to my coffee, but I am willing to try stuff because, like I said, I'm trying to expand my keto horizons. just to give myself some variety in life because variety is good. Um, uh-oh. Oh, and they come in flavors. Did they come in hazelnut? It is my most favorite. And today, Cheap Chirpin says it's Happy Friendship Day. So happy friendship. She says, glad to have found you. I'm glad to have found you. I enjoy your channel and your pantry clean out. That's what Cheap Chirpin's doing this month. She's sharing all of her pantry clean out. So if you're into that, great channel to check out. I find every chocolate coupon I can. Yes, Penelope says. Um, oh, they have coconut cream. They're unsweetened though. That's okay because I have monk fruit. I just got some liquid stevia, girl. I can sweeten some stuff. Um, happy friendship, everybody! Yay! So I'm pretty excited about that. That is a big thing for me. And inside the Sasquatch heart, I had beef jerky. It's like my keto friend now. Punk punk, punk punk, punk punk. So I'm kind of hoping to get that. I think I paid $7 for it, and it was like not much jerky in it, but it was so fun. I just could not buy it. So, um, it's cold here too. I'm not wearing my pajamas, but I will tell you that this is like a sweatshirty over thing, and I wear it over like everything. But I am wearing. Look at this. This is my natatorium shirt. I think I 2011 or something. I was still skinny when I got this. It's before like the kids were born, and I'm fitting back into it. So that I'm super excited about today. Because I was like, I need something long sleeved. I got to have something. I'm cold, and you know. Oh wow! So Penelope, she even called her local stores, told papers for her to pick up tomorrow. Whew. Okay, so Lee, I have a question for you. So I don't know how long you've been watching me or anything, but I have a channel or not a channel, but a TV show that I like to watch. And I talked about in a video about like non-US TV shows that I love to watch. And one of them is Outback Truckers, okay? And I know that I have people here that like Outback Truckers as well because we've had a lot of discussion about Outback Truckers. And so one of the things, and when you say South Australia, I love that show too. They have and if I cannot think of what it's called, because I told Chris, that's what we were talking about when I said that we were talking about you, Lee, is when you see, is what is that big long straight road? And I'm like, I knew what it was, and because they like every episode somebody has to cross it's like 1,500 miles of straight road, and there's like a 90 kg stretch that is the longest straight road in Australia. What is that called? Do you live anywhere near that? Probably not because it's kind of deserted. I know that like Australia has the hump on the top and then it's got like the two forks at the bottom, and like Sydney's over here, and like the Nullarbor Plain, that's it. Yes. Yes. So I am just like, you're in Australia, so you are like, no matter where you are, you're closer than like anybody to this thing. So, and is Adelaide on the other side of it? Um, I'm just like, kind of excited that I'm watching that, and there's somebody that's even like remotely close. And the other Australia thing, like, just so that you know, because I'm a big dork, the other thing that like hooked me in to like this whole series of shows is the Australia border crossing with the customs agents. That thing totally like um 90 miles south of Adelaide on the coast. Well, I know like in Australia like 90% of the population lives within like 100 miles of the coastline, which is like a fascinating ring. And I'm also like kind of like, I don't know exactly what the word is, but it's like 90 minutes. I'm sorry. That's a big difference, isn't it? But like it's kind of like like your country is a continent. I know it's one country, but it's like a continent. Like, so, oh, you're a 5-minute walk to the beach. How awesome is that? Lucky you. We pay a lot of extra money to be that close to the beach here. I don't know if you do, but it's a big thing here. So, anyway, I just was like, when I saw that with South Australia, and I was like telling Chris, I'm like, I need to ask. And I read him the comment about you being in South Australia, and he was like, it was so funny because we were like, it's the Nullarbor place. And then he made a goofy comment, and I'm going to make the comment to you, and then I'm going to explain why it's a goofy comment. Okay, so he goes, does she live anywhere near Alice Springs? And is there any Starfleet training happening there? And I'm like, no, dude, there's not. So the reason, okay, I know Alice Springs is in the dead center of Australia. Okay, I know this. That is, but in Star Trek Enterprise, the one with Scott Bakula, they actually talk about doing survival training in Alice Springs, and we watched that whole, the whole thing of Star Trek, and we were starting to watch Outback Truckers, 10 a.m. Eastern time, cheap chirping, and they showed it on the map, and I was like, Alice Springs, and I was like I went, bing, like I had that moment, and 2 days straight south of Alice Springs. Oh, and anyway, I was like, do you know Alice Springs, Chris? Do you know where that is? Because we were watching it and they showed it on the map, and I'm like, do you know what that is? Do you know why that's important? I'm like, that's where Starfleet does their survival training. Because we are Star Trek dorks, which is why it's such a kind of like a dumb, where are you at, Cassie? I'm curious. Are you in the UK? Are you in Germany? Are you in Australia? It's so fascinating to me that everyone's for the UK. Okay, same here. 4:30. All right. Well, I don't know that I have any more ready-made topics. So if anybody has any questions, let's open it up and let's go ahead and do those. We can talk about. I want to go back to Germany. Did you know? Hi, Kim. Welcome. Did you know that it is on my bucket list to do one of the river cruises through Germany? They market them here, probably not heavily, but like I'm into that, so I see it all the time. I really, really want to do that. I want to do one in Germany, and I want to do one through the Lake Country in Switzerland because my people are from Switzerland. We have family in Bern. I don't know any of them, but I know that we came from there at one point. Also, we have a certain amount of German and French, but we're from that part of France that was French and then Germany and then French again. Is it Alsace? Is that the region that it is? That's kind of where we're from. So I'm just interested in that. And also I like going to Germany because German is a English is a Germanic language. So I can't read everything, but it's much simpler to figure that out than it is like the Romance languages and some other things. So because when I was in Switzerland, like they have a lot of writing and things on their houses, and I was able to like get the gist of what was being said, and I really liked that. So it wasn't like being in you should visit Missouri and Mississippi rivers. I was expecting to see Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer. I drove across Missouri once. Actually, I've done it more. Yes, it is, and so I just like for me, I'm just it's. I noticed that right away. Like no one had to tell me. Like I was able to figure it out on my own. I felt smart. But you're from Romania. Oh, good morning, Robin. So I will tell you this though, the very first thinking day that we did at Girl Scouts, the country that we got was Romania. I don't remember what we did, but I know that it was Romania. We had to make little Romanian passports, like and like for our girls, because like at Thinking Day, every troop is a country, and then you make a passport, and then you go around and get the um stamps, like the passport stamps. So you had to have a stamp from your country and stuff. Good morning, Jane. Oh, hey, and if you guys don't know, Jane put some really good comments to my videos, and she also has a website. And Jane, if you want to share that website, you should share that because she has awesome things like recipes for sloppy joe sauce and like saving money. She is like a master class at that. So just saying, she's good times. I would love to. I would like to do all of those. We were in. We did a Girl Scout trip. We went to from. We flew out of Newark out of as our leaving the United States flight. We flew into. Good morning, Bonnie. Bonnie, you're my goodwill girl. Did you see my live stream about this purse? Um, and we flew into London Heathrow, and we spent a couple of days there, and then we took the bullet train into Paris, like through the Channel, which was really cool. And then we took, I think, the night train. No, I don't remember. We got on the night train at Stuttgart. I don't remember how I got to Stuttgart. We took a bus from Paris into to Stuttgart, and then from Stuttgart, like in, I think into Switzerland. And then we got another bus and went to Adelboden to the Girl Scouts, to the Girl Scout World Center in Adelboden, which was really cool. So, and I think it's just like the coolest thing to be able to say, like, I took the night train. Like, because, like, we have Amtrak here in the United States, and you can get a sleeper, but it's really expensive. I don't know how expensive it is, you know, because in Europe, they have, like, that infrastructure already built, so trains are common and used, and when you have infrastructure, things are not as expensive. They're not as, I don't know, there's stuff there. Is it a couple, so that's kind of what it is, a couple of €100. So, but yeah, it's really very cool. I enjoyed it. I thought it was just a really cool thing to be able to say, so that I've done. It's also like very cool. Train trips are the best. 6 years ago, we did a month-long Amtrak Pass trip visiting my American family. Oh, so that's really cool. You've been on the Amtrak. Did you take, I know some people that do Where's George, and they go from New York to San Francisco, which is like across country. It takes a long time, and it kind of seems, it's like days on the train. It's not like a boring flight. It's like days, and so I'm kind of like, well, but I guess you take it with friends, and maybe it's like there's, you entertain each other. I don't know. Um, but there is a certain, like, for me, there's a certain amount of like romance of the train. You know, it's like an elegant way to travel. Now, I will say that I have ridden the train. I feel like everything I've done has been with Girl Scouts. With Girl Scouts, when we went to the Edith Macy Training Center, which is in Briarcliff, New York, which is right next to Chappaqua, which is where the Clintons live, Bill and Hillary Clinton. Oh, I'm not too much of a cheapskate to travel. It's the thing that I want to do. We did LA to San Francisco to Oregon to Montana to Chicago to Houston and back to LA. That is kind of amazing. That's awesome. Um, and there is a commuter train that you pick up in Briarcliff and you can take into New York City. And I've done that twice. And essentially, my goal is to get into New York City to buy the counterfeit purses, because purses. That's not a counterfeit purse. That's a real one though. Like I said, you can check it out on my AHS vlogs. So, anyway, did I miss any comments about? I didn't know you got married on the Mississippi. How wide was the Mississippi, Cindy? Because you're pretty far north. I did drive across. I could buy a purse every. I just have to tell you, I love purses. They are going to Vegas this month. My parents are kind enough to let us to use their travel miles to bring my husband with them and I. Okay, so I love Las Vegas. It is a special place in my heart, and I really, 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 really want to go back because my friends are there, like my people. I actually look at it and like it drives Chris nuts that I say this, but I'm like, home, home. I miss that place. A paddle boat in St. Paul, Minnesota. St. Paul. Paddle boats are cool. I've never been on a paddle boat, I don't think. I've seen a bunch of them Like they have them. Oh, Red Rock is great, but I'm just gonna warn you, it is so stinking busy out there. Um, I found a Penelope Ann faux snakeskin leather purse at Goodwill for $1.50 brand new, and it's the love of my life. I get you. Okay, so I'm not gonna tell you all of it, but this is for real a Dana Buckman purse, which I'm not gonna be able to show you very well. But one of the other things that I got, it's in my other. I put it in my purse. So I got this. This purse smells so good. It smells like, I'm not even joking with you, Kate. It smells like the airport in Las Vegas. When you go to the airport, when you're in McCarran Airport and you're in the baggage claim, take a deep breath because there is a certain kind of smell. It is a specific smell. It's perfumey. It is kind of like a little air freshenery, like clean linen, but it's kind of like rich old lady. Yes, and there is Cheap Turpin says there's a specific smell in the casinos. Um, oh, it smells so good. You ever walk into a Wilson's Leather and just smell the leather? Yes, yes, that's some place that also has a smell, but it's like I want to call it like rich old lady. um, yeah, it's just so good. I love that smell, and I can honestly tell you that I love the airport. I spent so many hours in the airport there. I can't even tell you. It's picking up girls and dropping them off, and I know every in and out. And just so that you know, if you want the Wi-Fi there, that scent is happiness. Yes, it is Kim Welch. The Wi-Fi is the strongest at the Aviation Museum on the second floor, above the baggage claim. Just so that you know. The smell is addictive, so you can spend more money. But it is because the reason. Look at me. I'm like sniffing some random purse because like it makes me happy to think of the smell. Yeah, I know. I have all kinds of random fun facts. Um, oh, just it's so fun to talk to you guys. I'm just having a good time. We are literally just jawing about whatever. We've lost all semblance of having a topic of conversation, but that's okay. That's what Sunday chats are for. Hi Betty, yay, welcome. I'm so glad that you made it. We are totally just talking about kind of whatever now, and how great my purse is. I enjoy chatting with you as well. Um, it is a good break from Sunday chores because I have to go downstairs and like when I'm done with this, I got to go downstairs and do hardcore editing. I need to edit my haul video, which is pretty good this week. Some stuff happens, guys. I'm just going to tell you, be prepared. Some stuff happens. Ugh, that's tough. Chris works a ton of overtime, but he only works 5 days. He works 12 hour shifts. Yes, the haul from Goodwill was awesome. Betty saw it. You know this girl, don't you? I can't even like. It's so good. Um, Kim says our Goodwill prices are so high it makes me sad. I can get stuff cheaper new at Walmart. That stinks, dude. See, it used to be all right. So where Walmart, not Walmart. Oh, you could maybe, and they might try. So, um, where our Goodwill is here is Goodwill and Save a Lot, and then if you go down about here is where Aldi and the Salvation Army store. Isn't that funny? That is a good grocery store and a good thrift store in both locations. Um, the uh, Goodwill used to be like way more expensive than we just call it the thrift store. Whenever I say that, I'm always referring to the Salvation Army store. Um, and the thing with the Salvation Army store is the prices were better than Goodwill, but I always went on Wednesday and like everything except one color tag is 50% off. So it was like even better. Like you were getting I like 25-cent t-shirts and stuff, like um so I never went to Goodwill at all. And my mom would go in there and poke around every once in a while, especially if you were looking for something really specific. And she was going and she's like, you know what? I really feel like the Goodwill is better. It's the prices have come down and nobody's like, I don't know if no one's going in there, but they seem to have better stuff. I know whenever I drop off stuff, I always drop it off at Goodwill because I can drive up and the dude comes out with the cart and he takes my stuff. And every other weekend at Phoenix, Goodwill's is 50% off. Yes. I need to catch up with my comments, but so I always drop off there. And he's like, "Do you want a receipt or do you want a 20% off coupon?" I always get the coupon and give it to my mom. And she is very generous whenever I go with her and has coupon for me. It works out. But I feel like our thrift stores are outrageous. It's cheaper to buy new a lot of the time. I can tell you that if it was like that for me, I would not shop at the thrift store because you know me, I'm I have sense and I'm not going to buy something where I have to do a ton of extra work and pay the same price. I'm going to go to Walmart and get the thing that I know doesn't have stain. I don't love Walmart though. I don't love Walmart. I don't love the quality of their clothes. Um, I would probably go to like Thread Up or Plato's Closet because I trust Plato's Closet. They're very conscientious about what they choose. So we have a St. Vincent de Paul's store and drop off center here that's ridiculously expensive. Really? Does anybody live in a place that has DI? If you live in a place that has DI, you know what DI is. DI stands for, oh, I love Plato's Closet too. Deseret Industries, and it's the Mormon store. It's the Mormon Goodwill. And if you watch She's in Her Apron, she drops off stuff at the DI, and they also shop at the DI all the time. Totally in Las Vegas, used to go to the DI all the time. All the time. All the time. It was the DI is always 100 times better than Goodwill there. Um, it was always cleaner. Oh yeah, Mesa, you should check because you probably have one. You seem like you're in that part of the country. Hey, call me Mrs. Smith. I saw that you won a prize on my Frugal Life channel. Congratulations. So, you do. I think you should totally check it out. Now, the great thing about DI is they have, you went to the one on Rancho. Is that on Rancho? Are you in Las Vegas? Because I thought it was on Cheyenne. Well, the one I went to was, oh, that's right. Okay, you're in Colorado now. I remember. It was, but yeah, I went to that all the time. Anyway, they have like, the Cheyenne one is the one that I used to go to all the time because it was like by me. Because I lived in the hood, yo. For real, I lived in the hood. It was a good place. I enjoyed my home, but they have like you can go and get new mattresses, new socks and underwear and things like that at the DI along with your thrift clothes. So our Salvation Army store is gone, and you have a St. Vincent de Paul's. It's super cheap. We have 3 or 4 Goodwills, a Savers, and a local thrift store. A Once Upon a Child, a Plato's Closet, and the local consignment store. We had Savers in Las Vegas, or in Las Vegas. Now the Savers on Rancho, I used to go to. I used to go pick up Girl Scout uniforms there all the time. So, and like donate them. But yeah, we went to Savers. Savers was way more expensive than like the DI and stuff, but their stuff was also like better. It was still thrift quality, but it was better. Um, but like if you wanted church clothes, DI was the place to go, my friend, because there's a lot of those. Um, oh yeah, I miss Las Vegas. I really miss Las Vegas so much. You guys are giving me like the homesickness. In fact, I went out to eat. Chris and I went out to eat. Yeah. They closed all the Goodwills in our area. Oh, that's sad. Um, but because Chris is going to be working on like excessive hours on Valentine's Day, and we have the situation with the jury duty coming up, um, we're doing kind of like a little bit now and a little bit next weekend. So we went out to eat at Longhorn, and I'm like, they had prime rib, and I'm like, I'm getting prime rib. I used to have prime rib like twice a week when I was in Las Vegas, and I haven't had prime rib like ever since I left. And I'm like, I'm getting the prime rib. It was not as good as the stuff in Las Vegas, but Um, Man, I love that stuff. I really miss that. Kate, get some prime rib there. I used to love to go to Ellis Island. Oh, Ellis Island was so good. It was my favorite spot. Really, really my favorite. Um, yes, moo. Bring me the flesh of the cow. No heads, just the prime rib. Uh, anyway, I would be really upset if we lost our goodwills. So my hubby had just finished the 2 weeks of jury duty. I did mine a few days ago. I'm really hoping that Chris is going to get called up, I think, because he's in group 12 and I'm in group 64. So um, I love Thread Up. I love it. I love Thread Up because essentially, like, you can get really nice things. And, like, they know sometimes I just am going to be upfront with you. Clothes are not my thing I have most experience with. So I don't always know a good brand. I don't always know sizing stuff. But ThreadUp just seems to sort through that for me. Um, well, maybe I can't tell you. When was the last time I went shopping for clothes, guys? It was like Thrifttober, wasn't it? Oh no, no, I take that back. I did go real shopping, like to an actual store with like new clothes, um, for my Christmas dress. But before that, it was like Thrifttober. And if you want to watch, I do have a playlist of Thrifttober, all the stuff that I got there. So, speaking of jury duty, I got notified I have to go on my birthday, which is in 9 days. Ah, I was gonna say yeah when I got my dress. I love clothes. You'll spend Cheap Chirpin likes to spend her money on clothes. I am not a big clothes person, mostly because I don't feel like I go anywhere and nobody sees it. It's like just us. I did the Dollar General clearance and Thanksgiving for loungy clothes. That's smart. As long as your pants stay on, you're good. Hey, I'm just going to tell you this. My pants have a saggy bottom problem. Like the crotch in my pants are keep moving down and like I keep pulling them up, but they're saggy, dude. Like to the point where I'm like having chub rub problems, which is not cool. Books and handbags for me, not the clothes. You know what? I used to be a big book person, but since I've gotten the overdrive and I can do the books that way, I'm better with it. But yeah, those handbags, man. They're calling my name. Oh, Lee's tall. She's 6 foot. She has to make her own skirt. She says, I love thrift shops too, but being 6 foot, I make my own skirts to get them long enough. And I can understand that because I watch a couple of like, oh, what do they call it? Plus size fashion folks. And one of them's 5'7", and she's like, well, I'm 5'7", so this will be an indecent length on me. And I'm like, as a person who's 5'2", everything's too long on me. So I have the opposite problem. Um, we have a store here called Savers, and it sells toiletries. That's not the same, is it? Um, I'm not a big clothes person. I'm a dental hygienist, so scrubs for most of my clothes. See, my mom has a lot of scrubs too. Um, Lee, I too have the leg and arm length problem. But you know what, Gigi? I don't know if you have a Plato's Closet in your neighborhood. Plato's Closet has a section of just scrubs because my mom has gone in there before and gotten them. They also have good maternity stuff because when I was in maternity clothes, I had to buy something for the Christmas party, and that's where I got it, is Plato's Closet. Um, I have Overdrive as well, but I love a paper book. I have very few paper books anymore. Um, you need to look for those yoga pants at Sam's. Oh, I never even looked at the. Darn it, I missed that. I went to Sam's because I went to the Hagee station. Um, I've got my spendy $9 capris on today, and they're super nice. Uh, I love home goods and entertaining items, but I never entertain. I understand that because I like silverware and dishes. Dishes. I have a thing about dishes. I hate to leave my dishwater, but it's getting cold. Okay, well, thanks for coming, Penelope. We're almost done too. Uh, Thank you for coming by and giving us the tip, hot tip. Um, I love the library too. Oh, and so I went to Sam's, and let's talk about my adventures at Sam's. I only got like 5 minutes left, so we're gonna cram this in right at the end. Um, oh, a set of Pyrex bowls, man, that's tough. I just bought a bunch of that stuff, so it's hard to. I want it, but anyway. So here's my struggle, guys. Every day I weigh myself, and if you follow me on Instagram, you see that. If you're on the AHS vlogs, I'm better about that. I used to have a coffee mug problem, but I've gotten control of that. Um, I post it on my blog every day, pretty much. And I feel like all of a sudden I'm like not losing weight. I'm like gaining 3 or 4 pounds, and I'm like, what the heck? And I thought it was like my monthly friend and all this other stuff. So last week I went into the Higgy station. I always sit down on that thing and weigh myself and put my blood pressure cuff in and all that stuff. Cool. Well, I weighed in at like 172 last week at home. And then at the Higgy station, I weighed in at 165. Yo, dude, that's a big change. And I'm like, something's got to be wrong with the Higgy station. I said, usually, um, the Higgy and my home scale were like right on. So I went in this Saturday and weighed myself, and it said I lost a pound from the week before, like 164. Again, I'm at 172 at home. And I am like really frustrated. I actually took the batteries out this morning, put new ones in, and it's still saying 172. So I was like going to use my noggin. I have two kettlebells. I have a 12 pound and a 15 pound. So I put my 15 pound kettlebell. It says 16.2. So the boy ain't right. So I know it's my scale. So, oh, I do, but I mean, I didn't eat anything between the time that I weighed myself in the morning and went to the Higgy station. It was literally like an hour apart. Like, to me, there is a scale one of these scales is not right. You know what I'm saying? So, I would be stopping to that place every day to weigh. Actually, I kind of was like thinking about that, but I don't think I can get out of the house to do it all the time. So, but I do feel like it's going to be time to get a new scale. I have had that scale since really a long time. Like, when I first moved here, it was one of the first things I bought. Like, and it was at my mom's house, like, before I even bought the house. I bought the house in November of 2011, and I had it before then. So I guess as new and as shiny as it looks in glass, it's, well, that's what, like I said, I did scale my 15 pound kettlebell, and it came up 16.2, and I should do my 12 pound one and see if it's different too. So some bottles of water or something heavy. But you have to put something on there that you know what it weighs. That's the thing. Is like, is it a gallon of water weighs about 5 pounds? I guess that's something that we could do too, because there's kind of like a ballpark figure for that. So I know that my scale is off, but yeah, my scale is going to be like making me do some kind of like crazy math and try a third scale somewhere. Um, I think I might just like, I think Cindy's saying here it's time to look for a new scale, and I think that that is probably right, just because like Mark's, oh, I should go. There's another Higgy station in Rite Aid in Tallmadge, which is right next to the post office. I should stop in there too. Go Higgy. Um, because if I'm really weighing in at 165, like that would make me really happy, because also that would put me just on the very edge of like almost not being obese, just fat, just overweight. So, but we are going to be at the 1 hour mark, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Please take a minute, click the thumbs up to like this video. I really appreciate everybody that does this. Yeah, I know, right? A happy dance. Woo! 165. And being out of that obese range is kind of like a big thing, because I feel like I just get stuck in there. So, hey, I see somebody press that thumbs up. Thank you to whoever did that. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. And bye, Mrs. Smith. And I will see you all Thursday for the grocery list. And then next Sunday, we'll be back to do another hour together. Okay, guys? All right, I'll see you later. Bye. Have a great day. Bye, Betty. Bye, Chief Turpin.